So welcome back. We are back in Sydney and we are back fishing, and today I want to try a little something I'm going to be calling the Flathead Round Robin. So the goal of the Flathead Round Robin would be to catch a flathead on soft plastic, vibe, hard body, and then surface lure. I've got about an hour today to see how far through the list I can get. But I feel like I got a pretty good chance. It's sunset and it's a beautiful day here at Perouse. I'm going to start out with a soft plastic because it's easier to get down onto the bottom and pick up the flathead as they're waiting to ambush their prey. And then I'll probably move on to the blade, hard body and surface in that order. So why don't I get rigged up, put the GoPro on, and we'll start the challenge. Alright. Something very slow and lethargic, probably a nice piece of weed or garbage. And a very nice piece of plastic bag. Fantastic. Not my PB on plastic bags, but still a very, very nice plastic bag. Oh, I'm missing a tail on my grub. Okay, so something out there is chomping on my tails, which is quite annoying because now I have to put more lures on. Here we go. Well, so far it's going pretty slowly. So far it's going very freaking slow, and I've already used up probably about half an hour of my hour or whatever I have to fish out here, and I've mostly just been changing off bitten lures. So something's going to have to change soon. Going for a very small lure on a very, quite a medium hook. But these zman lures, they're good, but geez, trying to get them onto a freaking head, actually getting them onto a jig head. The hardest thing in the world. If you can't tell, I'm a little bit impatient. I don't want to be mucking around with lures. I'd rather be fishing. It looks a bit awkward and ugly with the big jig head on the tiny little lure. But I want to get down there and right in their faces, into the flathead's face. So normally they're not too picky. Just so you guys know, I am also working on trying to figure out a way to ease up the camera noise on the GoPro when I'm wearing it. Because I know listening to the footage, all I can hear is my heavy breathing and rubber sounds. So it probably sounds like I'm in a sex shop somewhere, which is a bit awkward. But I'll try and sort that out over the next couple of videos. There you go. Let's go. So I've got the amber 2-inch grub on. I think the amber might hit this, might be able to catch this evening sunlight pretty well. I'm not sure what's actually biting my tails off in here. I would imagine there's a ton of freaking, I would imagine there's a ton of annoying little fish in here. What would they be? Leather jackets, they're the one. I'm sure there's a ton of annoying little leather jackets in here. Oops. It's not really where I wanted to cast, but I'll take it. Let's see if a nice little slow wind gets it going, whatever it is. unless I've just totally lost my lure altogether, which is a big possibility. Oh my god. Okay, something out there doesn't like me because this is getting a bit ridiculous. This is getting ridiculous. So guys, you can see that I keep getting my lures bitten off, and I don't know, using that larger hook on that tiny lure didn't even seem to help things out. So maybe what I need to do is actually switch it up from soft plastics to a hard body, or to a vibe or something like that. So I might look through my gear and see what I'm prepared to put on my 4-pound leader. But I think I've got some cheap lures in there that I'm alright with losing, so I might throw them on and see what's actually there, because it's either little tailor or little leather jackets or something, and it's damn annoying. But I'm gonna find out. Okay, so what I decided on is this monstrosity of a Rapala knockoff, and I think it's about 11 grams and 10 centimeters. So I'm going to put some of, whoopsies, I am going to put some of this on it too, because I am fishing in the bay. That never hurts. And I am going to catch whatever was biting my plastic lures. Nothing yet, but I have high hopes. High hopes of catching a freaking seagull. Jesus. Ooh, the seagulls have got this all locked up, I can tell you. Who knew it was the seagulls that would benefit from the photographic industry? Didn't see that coming. I personally did not see that coming. But, no. That's just me. Ah, must be the seagulls doing poos. Thought it was fish. So that's pretty funny. There's a bunch of people getting their wedding photos taken here, which sort of makes it a bit difficult to, I don't know, fish the beach, because you don't want to be in someone's wedding photos, and they're just there trying to have a good time, and you don't want to get in the way. So anyway, I think that hard body's a little bit too big, or it's just not what's getting the bite at the moment. Did see a little frigate come through, or like a Mac tuna or something, and so in the 20 minutes or so that I've got left, I think I'm going to maybe throw a metal around and see if I can catch something that's coming close to shore, because these guys out here on the boat, they're burleying so hard. I can see all the seagulls around there. They're burleying pretty hard. I can see it's an oil slick coming from the boat, and there's bust ups happening off near their boat. They're at least 100 meters away, so I can't cast that far. I'm stuck with the 10 or 15 meters I've got here, but I might put on a metal lure and see if I can't get lucky, because if I put a plastic lure on, I'm most likely just going to lose it. It's just going to get eaten alive. So we'll have one more shot, and then we'll probably call it a day there. It's just a very short session. Okay, so that's the end of this session, and I didn't hook up on anything. But I think it's a good idea. It's a good challenge, the old the old Flathead Roulette. That's a better name for it, Flathead Roulette. So I think it's a good idea for a challenge though, the old Flathead Roulette. And I'll probably be trying to do it a bit more often, just picking out a nice sort of sandy flat somewhere and punching out a flathead on different lures. It's good to come back down to the bay actually and see what it's like at the moment. Thanks for coming along down to La Perouse. I hope you enjoyed the scenery down here. We'll have to come down here a bit more often I think, but maybe try Bear Island, try walking the sand flats a bit more. I just came down with a very limited time. I only had about an hour to fish, so just had to try as many different things as I could and just hit only just locally, you know, only just this one little spot. I couldn't really walk around and explore. So I'm going to pack up, call it quits, and see you on the next video.